What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and I'm just going to quickly show you the differences and similarities between the TCA Sidestick Airbus Edition and the Thrustmaster T16000m joystick. So as you can see, they look pretty much identical, except for the fact that obviously the Airbus Edition is pretty much Airbus branded, Airbus licensed. It also is an Airbus replica of the Sidestick here. The quality of both of these joysticks are exactly the same, made of the same plastic materials. They're both lightweight, they're both very durable at the same time, and the price is also exactly the same. I think you can get this one for $69.99 right now, and you can get this one for about probably maybe $68 or $69 if you get it brand new. But I'm telling you, if you're looking, I would look on the internet, you could probably find a really good used T16000m out there, and I'll tell you, these things last a long time. So even if you get one used, you'll probably get the same quality depending on how rough the owner was. They're both supposed to be able to be lockable, so the twist function should be able to be lockable. I have not figured out how to do that on the 16,000, but it is advertised that you can switch this piece around and somehow lock it from actually moving or twisting left and right. Now for the Airbus edition, it's actually a lot easier to do that. It has this little button here right in the center. You can click down like that, and now you cannot actually twist from left to right. So if you were in a real Airbus, the real Airbus does not twist. You actually have to use a rudder or a nose wheel tiller to twist. So on the bottom, you can kind of reach under here and press that back up, and easily now you can twist again. Another difference is you'll see on the 16,000, it has a little switch right here on the thumb. And by the way, this is the left-handed configuration of the Airbus and the right-handed configuration of the 16,000. But yeah, see here on the thumb spot right here in the middle, you have this button. You do not have that button anymore on the Airbus, except they moved it. Now it's underneath here. So you still have the same amount of inputs, but it's just in a different spot. Thrustmaster also had in mind these joysticks being ambidextrous. Hopefully I said that right. Did I say that right? I don't know if I said that right, but what that means is you can use it as your left hand or your right hand on these. Now, so with the Airbus edition, it actually comes with 2 additional buttons here that you can actually super easily switch out and put this on the left and on the right. So if you want to be, first officer or the captain, you can actually do that very easily on the Airbus edition. On the T16000, it has the same idea. Now, honestly, just as is, out of the box, it comes out as a right-handed joystick, but you can kind of easily switch to your left hand and still feel it very comfortably with your left hand without making any physical changes to the joystick. But I'll say, you're actually supposed to be able to unscrew a few of these components here and take like this thing off, and you can move it to the other side. You actually switch around this bottom piece as well. I've actually never tried it myself. It looks a little bit more difficult than it is on the Airbus edition, maybe only a little bit. I just have to try it. But yeah, both of them are great for left-handed and right-handed sticks. Also, it's really good, honestly, either of these would be good to have a dual version. So you can have, if you have a full Airbus setup, you can have a left-hand side stick and a right-hand side stick if you had 2 of these. And the same thing with the Thrustmaster T16000, which I know a lot of people actually use this. They have a dual setup for like spaceship simulators or Star Citizen, things like that, where they have a left-hand and a right-hand version of this exact same thing. Also, if we take a look at the bottom here, again, it's basically the exact same thing on both of them. They both have a left-handed and a right-handed function. They both have the rubber plates down here to make it more smooth. They both have this little mounting hole here. So if you want to mount this onto your current setup, they can do that. Now the 16,000M, when you plug this in and start using it, this orange plate around here actually starts to light up. That does not happen on the Airbus version. Again, that's a super small detail. Not many people really care about that. But if you're kind of into the flashy stuff, that's just a difference I have noticed. Also here on the trigger, you can see it has a kind of like a different type of trigger here. It has an orange plastic trigger, kind of see-through. It's kind of attached right here. And then on the Airbus version, it's a bit different. It's a bit smaller. Again, this is an Airbus replica, so it's kind of meant to look a lot different than that one. They do the exact same function. They only have 1 click, I believe. I'm not sure if it has just 1 click or maybe like a small detent, but from my experience of using it, I've only been able to map 1 click to the joystick, and there's no like extra secondary detent for like firing the guns on DCS World. Now the last thing, again, these are, pretty much identical, man. When it comes to feel and how they actually work, you know, the twist functions of both of them, they're very, very close. I feel that personally, and maybe because this Airbus one is brand new and I've been using this one for a few years, so, you know, over the years things wear and tear, but just, I mean, I'm noticing with the new one, it just feels smoother, man. It feels like I have a little bit smoother while going through the ranges of the axes, and on the right one, it just feels a little, the dead zone just feels a little bit heavier. In my opinion, it feels a little bit lighter, like, as far as how you move it around. So you guys can let me know if you do have these, if you feel the same in the tension as far as how it is. But honestly, it's going to be a personal preference. I like to be very light on my axes because I like to do very finite adjustments whenever I'm flying like a helicopter or a fighter jet or something like that. It's very important to be able to do that. They're great for flight simulators, for fighter jet simulators. They're great for spaceship exploration games. I mean, there's a wide range of games you can play with both of these, and they work beautifully with all of them. But that brings us to the conclusion that these two joysticks are pretty much identical when it comes to how they work, the button mapping, the look, the feel. Like, the biggest difference are obviously that this Airbus edition is an Airbus replica and licensed by Airbus, and it is the newer version as well. So they've learned from all the years of experience of working with the T16000m. I believe you can't go wrong with either of these. It kind of depends on your setup, what your preference is. These are great starter joysticks, absolutely. The price is really good as well. We have another combination coming with this Airbus joystick in the future with a new Airbus quadrant and a few other things. There's a 16,000 already works with like the rudder pedals and a lot of other hardware out there already. They're both USB connected, plug and play, super easy to set up. And yeah, I can recommend both of these. Hopefully this video helped you in some way, but until next time, remember you have 3 choices. Give up, give in, and give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time in the next video.
Man, I went from a bag to a bag to a bag. I remember me and mama used to ride the cab. Pull up out the lot, no more lease, we paying cash. Show up to a crib, hand the keys to a Jag. That's that light work, flexing so much it hurt. Used to rock hand-me-downs, now Versace down my shirt. I remember them days we couldn't wait for the first. Finally made me a meal, now we eat